Ja, tschüss.
Take care.
Wollte ich gar nicht.
I'm sorry. Am I causing a scene? See, 𝗪𝗡, we could have avoided all this unpleasantness if you just let me talk to Jessie in the first place.
Worum geht's da mit deiner Freundin?
Let me get one thing straight. Jessie and I are not friends. I just owe her, okay? As for the rest, I'm trying to figure that out. All I know is that she's been here too long, and she's apparently not receiving visitors.
Vielleicht kann ich hier mal vorbeischauen.
Be my guest. If you know something I don't about dealing with hospital bureaucracy, I'll be impressed.
Wieso kann ich jetzt da rein, oder was? Jo, wie scheint schon. Dr. Rand der Galaxie.
Can't say I've seen you before. I take it you're a freighter captain? If you're here to better yourself, you'll have to wait. We're having a spot of trouble with our delivery service.
Wheeler meinte, dass deine Lieferung noch eine Weile auf sich warten lassen wird.
He must be referring to 𝗲𝗄𝗏. I'm sure the fool's gotten himself into another scrape. I'm beginning to wonder if I'm ever gonna get my service mechanicals at this rate.
Ich könnte nach ihm suchen.
I'd be grateful if you'd spare the time. We need his delivery soon as yesterday. Last he told me, he was taking a shortcut by Scylla, an asteroid in the Charybdis cluster. That's where I'd start, were I the adventuring type. You look out, though. The place is probably crawling with outlaws.
Ah, passt schon.
Keep hanging around and I'll begin to think you're here for me. What can I do for you? You have yourself a day then.
Aber war da noch irgendwie andere Optionen? Ist ja egal. Oh. Hat geplatzt. Ja, definitiv. Ja, erstmal schlafen auf dem Bett. Guten Appetit. Restricted Access. Da guckt einer zu, das ist eher doof. Na dann gehen wir mal wieder. Die ist ja mal da.
CNP pancake mix. Now.
How are the repairs going?
Just plugged the last of the O2 leaks. I'm ready for downtime.
That's the camera you had down there. Sorry.
Oh, neat! They got stuff in here I ain't seen in ages.
Now, this should prove interesting, to say the least. This is the simple truth. We are all molecular machines. The body is a collection of atoms. The mind is a consequence of chemical reactions. Therefore, our lives are predestined along a path that is only visible in retrospect. Life is fated and unstoppable.
I don't know, Mr. Vicker. That seems like quite a leap.
Ach Quatsch. Tobias Oyama.
Welcome to Sublight Salvage and Shipping, a legitimate business for legitimate consumers. You the one flying the unreliable?
Yep.
Sure you are. Miss Lily has been expecting you. I'll unlock the door.
Bist du als Angestellter von Sublight?
Sure am. A few years back, they got me started on simple acquisitions. You know those latches they put on cargo bays ain't worth a damn? These days, I stick to HQ and look after Miss Lilia.
Okay.
So you're the new captain in town. I was hoping you'd make your way to my office. Saves me the work of hunting you down. Lilia Hagen, CEO and Executive Director of Aggressive Operations. I'm guessing you already know about Sublight, otherwise you wouldn't have come.
Ich bin Captain Hawthorne, stolzer Besitzer der Unreliable.
A little advice. Before you start telling lies, get a feel for who you're talking to. It's nice to see the Unreliable again. Useful ship. Hawthorne was my contractor. I'd recognize that leaky boat of his anywhere.
Dass Ada bloß nicht hören, wie du ihr Schiff beleidigst.
Is Ada still at the helm? I don't know how many times I told Hawthorne to restore that smartass to factory settings. I have a salvage job for someone light on corporate ties with a reliable set of wings. But there's a catch.
There is always a catch.
If you have a nav key to Stellar Bay, the job's yours. Interested?
Ich hab keinen Schlüssel, aber kann ich den Job trotzdem annehmen?
I like that initiative, but ease back on the throttle. Gladys at the Rest and Go might have what you need. If there's anything else, be quick about it. Time is bits.
Ja. Ja. Ich gehe davon aus, dass Sublight nicht nur ein Bergungsunternehmen ist.
These days, the scrap business all but runs itself. Gives me the time to expand our interests into other sectors, where I can let my hair down.
Welche anderen Sektoren verfolgt Sublight denn, abgesehen vom Bergbau und Versand?
Our field is persuasive acquisitions. At least that's how my legal advisors tell me to phrase it. Not all of our salvage is abandoned when we find it. Sometimes it takes a polite conversation and a shot across the bow. You know, legal formalities. Good boy. Knew you'd understand. Ask. I have nothing to hide.
Tschüss.
Be seeing you. Make sure you aren't followed on your way out.
Ja, ich hoffe doch, dass die beiden okay sind. Witzig.
You don't seem to like traveling with us much.
Why in the architect's name would you say that?
It's just that you're real grouchy. Kinda all the time?
I'm not grouchy, I'm just irritated by inane questions.
Yeah, see, when you say it like that, it makes me wonder.
Hör auf zu lecken, Spiel. Spreadwurst. Verwechseln mit Bratwurst.
If you're hungry, you've come to the right place. I've got a fresh ground batch of spratwurst cooking. They're terra-fried to lock in the juices. How about a grinder's dozen?
Was genau ist denn Bratwurst?
You know what sprats are? Space rats. The laboratories of Spacer's Choice found a use for this limitless frontier resource. Sprat meat is plenty tasty when properly prepared. We grind them up in sausages, then terra-fry them in their own juices.
Was bedeutet Terra gebraten?
Terra-frying is a Spacer's Choice brand secret. A mix of 13 herbs and spices, plus a dash of modern chemistry.
Ist das etwa deine Erfindung?
Legally? No. The terra-frying method was developed and marketed by Spacer's Choice. Between you, me, and this grinder, I've been through lean times. If there's one thing you learn on tramp freighters, it's how to make near anything edible. Might be that this old space hand put a few words in the right ears, and could be that Spacer's Choice liked sticking it to C&P by R&Ding our own special meat.
Ist Bratwurst sowas wie Borstwurst? Ja, habe ich schon öfters gesehen.
Absolutely not. Spratwurst and all related terms are registered trademarks of Spacer's Choice.
Ah ja, okay. Mhm.
Boar, the other meat, is a registered trademark of C&P. Everyone knows our company and theirs are nothing alike.
Naja, okay. Ihr habt das Recht fürs Erste.
Just as well. Near about time for me to go check on the trap. I mean, to unload another crate of farm fresh sprats.
Ja, natürlich. Ist kurz Zeit, sich zu unterhalten?
Long as you don't mind me grinding spratwurst while we talk. Little things don't make themselves chewy. At least not yet. I'm sure modern science will find a way. Just as well. Fresh from the grinder, any hour.
Kann ich irgendwas von meinem Scheiß hier mal verkaufen? Alter. Was ist denn das alles? Ike's Armory. Ja, hallo, ne?
You look like someone who's taken their share of cuts and bruises. Need some armor? Maybe it's a bit secondhand, but that's only a testament to its durability. We also have a line of specialized melee weapons, for those times you have to repel boarders but don't want to risk a bullet through the hull.
Erzähl mir mehr über deine Waren.
Everything I sell is fresh from the forge. Technically, the metal formed billions of years ago, but it's freshly in the shape.
Ah ja. Gehörst du auch zu den Spacern?
Not me, but it's in my blood. After the crossing, my family worked Eridanos, indentured to the corporation.
Ja.
I was born into corporate labor, but I'm the first one of my family to buy my way out. That's why I settled on Groundbreaker. It's the last bastion of freedom.
Mhm. Ja, okay, zeig mal, was du hast. Oh, wow. Das ist aber eine dicke Axt. Kann ich nicht irgendwie imitieren oder so? Ich hab das ging. Ja, und dem Typen muss ich noch was. Ah, guck mal, hier gibt's so eine. So ein Zeug da. Ah, die kosten aber alle auch nicht. Cool. Das ist ja noch ein Fahrstuhl. Ja, nee, dann machen wir das mal noch nicht. Geht's in den Laden, okay. Oh.
Hearty greeting, potential customer. Welcome to Auntie's Kitchen, a home-style consumable protein dispensary. This unit dispense proteins for your ingestion.
Zeig mal, was du hast.
Beginning dispensing sequence. Please unblock all relevant facial protein ingestion tubes.
Oh, wow. Nö. Schmeckt nicht.
Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of noted terrorists.
Nee, noch nie gesehen. Sorry.
Go back to Byzantium, you gold-plated bastards.
Yeah, no one wants you on Groundbreaker.
These stairs are board property. Disperse now, or I'll detain you for trespassing.
Oh, real scary. You're really gonna arrest us on our station?
Yeah, this is Chief Junlei's ship. You don't own shit here.
Step back. I'm required by board bylaws to use excessive force.
The Mardettes would space you for trying, you waste of O2 scrubbers.
Yeah, O2 scrubbers.
Look, just get out of here before I tell your captain what you've been getting up to on the clock.
Ah, whatever. We got a date at the Lost Hope anyway.
Is this really what you want to be doing with your life, Marcy? Guarding stairs for that walking mustache dude on fucking Bedford? I gotta get off this detail.
Läuft ja erstmal dann die Richtung.
Ah, the board. Organized, efficient, competent. Well, mostly.
I think everything in here is worth more than I made in my whole life.
Takes to defend your corporate township from the dangers of alien wildlife and the unemployed.
Dem soll ich reden.
Talk to your local manager about
Okay.
it.
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. He must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Hawthorne. And you are not he. Has something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer?
Oh. Ja, definitiv.
Oh no, this is terrible. My dear friend, what devilry is this? In whose miserable fever dream am I trapped?
Mein Beileid.
Oh, Alex. There were so many arguments we'd yet to have.
Wie standst du zu ihm?
He was my dearest friend. My only friend. You have his ship, you must know. That picture of us on the promenade, me hugging him, him wincing. I keep a copy beside my bed. Did he?
Ja, definitiv.
Ah, that's just like him. Such a sentimental man. Tell me, how did he die?
War ein Unfall mit einer Rettungskapsel.
Oh, awful business that. But why? How? No. Best not to ask after the gory details.
Mein herzliches Beileid. Können wir uns jetzt wieder den wichtigen Themen so widmen?
Right. You're going important places, I'm sure. Big, exciting, important places. There, I've removed the flag from your ship. I'm terribly sorry for the inconvenience. However, before you go, Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. Did Alex tell you where Wells might be? Anything at all?
Er hat ihn nie erwähnt.
That's... Well, that's just terrible news. Law, what am I going to do now? The board will have my head. Oh, I'm sorry. This is terribly unprofessional of me. Is there anything else I might help you with?
Wie meinst du das?
It's personal business, I'm afraid. Miserably, terribly personal. Information on the whereabouts of Phineas Wells would go a long way. It's my white whale, I suppose. It's fine. Really, it's perfectly fine. I understand. Now, if you've nothing else, please see yourself out. I'd like to drown myself in work. Be my guest.
Was ist denn hinter der abgeschlossenen Tür da hinten?
A luxury stateroom, reserved for Chairman Rockwell's use.
Kannst du mich nach Stella Bay bringen?
Oh, good law! Who'd want to go to that toxic hell pit?
Findest du auch, dass hier ganz schön heiß ist?
Law, but it's miserable. My underarms are damp. How can I be expected to work in these conditions? Chief Tennyson is supposedly looking into the cause, but I've seen no action from her. Deplorable conduct. My superiors will be hearing about it. You can be certain of that.
Okay.
Ask away.
Tschüss. Alle so lächerlich ausgerüstet, die werden mit 3 Schüssen weg. Mal ehrlich. Ich nicht zu irgendeiner Jun-Lee-Tante? Was ist ja Engineering?
Reward offered for information leading to the capture of noted terrorist Phineas Wells. Report any sightings to your...
Are those XF411s? And an old Yakita 37? You think they'd let me peek at the power plant?
Tossball finals are scheduled to air soon, but a
I
schedule...
thought there'd be more machinery. Must be housed on a sub-level.
I could spend all day in here and not have looked at half the best stuff. It's all pretty worn, though.
Junlei Tennyson. I'm captain around here, but chief to my friends. Hope you don't mind the formal introduction. Groundbreaker doesn't see many visitors.
John Kingsley, cooles Schiff hast du da, Chief.
No, it isn't. It's a mess. But it's my mess, so I'll take the compliment. Just so we understand each other, I'm the final word on the ship. The Mardits, the crew, the engineers, their family. I hope there won't be any problems while you're visiting.
Ja, natürlich, das passiert nur, dass ich so eine Tiere. Alles, was man macht, steht um den Frieden nicht zu gefährden.
Good. Don't go making trouble, and chances are you won't find any. That's how I like it here. So what brings you to Groundbreaker? I'm curious, even though 9 times out of 10 the answer's just passing through.
Jetzt, da ich mein Schiff wieder habe, kann ich es offen sagen. Ich bin nach Monarch.
Interesting. The powers that be paint an ugly picture of Monarch. Critters and such. Maybe someone in the promenade can get you the right weapon for the job. We see a lot of the same faces coming and going. Most of them board spies and corporate sprats. Makes it hard to trust outsiders. You seem different, so welcome aboard.
Hier, Parvati, du wolltest doch mit der reden. Das ist deine Gelegenheit jetzt.
What? I didn't think you just... Parvati, is it? That's a lovely name. What can I do for you?
I was just thinking, I haven't got much experience working with actual, real spaceships, Miss Junlei. Chief Junlei.
Junlei is fine.
Okay. Since you run a whole space station, I was wondering if, well, maybe you could teach me some things. I could message you later, maybe?
I'd be happy to make the time, Parvati. You can ask me anything.